Good morning, everyone. It's Shauna coming to you live from her craft room in Edmond, Oklahoma. Today is January 4th, 2025. That's crazy. If you are scrolling through the Facebook world, make sure you stop by, say hi, grab your favorite drink, take a small little break this morning and come chat with me while I craft, or craft with me while I craft if you've got something to work on. Let me make sure that I'm on the right Facebook page so that everybody can see me, that I hit live chat so I can see comments. Make sure you can hear me. Okay, it looks like everything's working and we're all good. All right, this is the card we're making. And the reason why we're making this card is because January 7th, so in a few days, the new catalog, the new mini catalog goes live. And I have a whole bunch of new product to start using and playing with, which I have played around with a little bit, but you guys can't buy any of it yet. So I hate to show you product and then you love it and you can't get it. So I thought, okay, let's pause for a moment. We're done with Christmas stuff. Let's go ahead and do something Valentine's themed so that you can be working on stuff for Valentine's to send out to anybody. But we'll go ahead and we'll stick with what's in the annual catalog and that you can get your hands on now. So we're using the Full of Life paper. So here's the paper. It's a little 6x6 paper pad, and I'll show that to you here in a second. I love this paper. I love it because the colors, I love bright, bold colors. So if that's not your style, if you're more of a soft pastel, Stampin' Up! Has plenty of that. And I love it at times, but it's not me. The stamp set and die set that we're using, and the Full of Life was on page 43. It's this right here, and it's item 163357. It's $12.50. You get 48 sheets, which is what I love about these 6x6 pads. And you get a total of 4 pieces of each pattern. So there's 12 patterns, 4 pieces of each. So 2 of the front, 2 of the back, because they're double-sided. And then I even thought about using this Stampin' die set. I love this heart up here. I might save it for next week. I want to make a shaker card out of it. You know me and shaker cards. I love shaker cards. So I opted to go for the Hooray for Surprises Stampin' die set. This is a really cool Stampin' die set. It has, this is on page 77, by the way. It's from the old annual catalog, the one we had last year. And I bought it and never used it, so I thought, I'm going to pull it out. These 3, hopefully you can see them, this one, and this one, have tabs that you can pull up. And even this one right here, this long rectangle, has like a perforated thing where you can pull up the top piece and reveal a hidden message. So it's really cool. I'm not going to use it that way this morning, but watch some YouTube videos. I'm sure somebody has some cool YouTube videos out there on how this actual Stampin' die set was designed to be used. I love stuff like that. So again, we're pulling this out of the current annual catalog. So that's what we're going to be using today. I just thought we would pause for a moment in between catalogs and use what we have current. That way, if you love what you see, you can still get your hands on it. You don't have to wait until, I think January 7th is 5, 6, 7. Is that Tuesday? Yeah. So, in speaking about the new catalog, let me pull this aside for a moment and just do some housekeeping things just real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time here because I talk about this every week. But for those new, I want to make sure you know, Stampin' Up! Offers 3 levels of creativity. We have something for beginners, which are step-by-step instructions. We have something for the intermediate, which is the mix and match section. And then we have something for the advanced, which is creativity, step 3, your way, anything goes. So, if you ever have questions about, well, I can't do it, or it's too much, it's too hard, it's not. Just look at something different from the catalog. And if you go back to a couple of videos I did in, I think it was December, I did a scrapbooking video that kind of goes over this in the beginning, the 3 different levels and where to find them in the catalog. And then I did the video before that, which I cannot remember what that video was. I'd have to go back and look. But in both our annual and our mini, and the new mini is set up the same way. So whenever I can open that catalog and show you the inside of it, I'll kind of go through it again. But the step-by-step instructions for the beginners is kind of in the very beginning of the catalog. And then there's 3 or 4 pages of the quick and easy options for the intermediate. And then most of the catalog is the step 3 level creativity your way. So refer back to that if you want to. Don't forget about our paper pumpkin kits, or our kits in general. All of our kits are online. We come out with 2 new kits every month. For the month of January, we will come out with 3. The kits that are online, you can see everything that's included in them. You know exactly what you're getting. The paper pumpkin kits are a monthly subscription kit. They're a surprise. They're meant to be what you don't know what's in them. Now, they give you sneak peeks. So here are the sneak peeks for the next 3 months. This one, you have to be subscribed before January 10th. This is Valentine's themed. I cannot wait to get my hands on this kit. This one is Hello Spring. It coordinates with the new Grow with Love bundle that's going to be offered. It has this little seed packet. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not much of a plant grower person. I may suspend my account. So even though it's a monthly subscription, you can start it and stop it each month. You just have to stay on top of it. You don't have to get every month. These are $25. So if you don't want it for this month, suspend it before February 10th. I say February 9th just to be on the safe side. And then it'll unsuspend automatically. And then you can get the March paper pumpkin, which I cannot wait for this one. I'm very excited. Again, it has some floral, some nature. I see daisies, a little bee, some honeycomb stuff, some honey, of course. So I'm excited about February and March. Not so much about the January and the March one, but not so much about the February one. Hi, Mom. How are you? Sorry, I know I have a head full. I've tried to blow my nose a gajillion times before I went live to get it all out of my system. And hopefully I won't have to blow my nose through the middle of this. Ugh. Love this time of year. So these are the coordinating dies that go with those kits. So if you want the dies, it's number 166237. There's this heart that coordinates with January, some grass, and I'm not sure what that is for February, and then these little bitty honeycombs and this bee for March. So again, that is our paper pumpkin kits. The best way to see everything that Stampin' Up! Offers, excuse me, I'm going to take a drink here. Hopefully you have your favorite drink beside you. Mine is my cappuccino. I'm on cup number 2. Is the best way to see all of the products that Stampin' Up! Has to offer is to go to stampinup.com. And the reason why I say that is you can see everything that's on the last chance products, which a lot of it is from this catalog that ends on Monday, January 6th. And the reason why it ends is because we're coming out with our new catalog, our new mini for the spring. It starts January 7th. Out with the old, in with the new. You know, the whole New Year's. Any of you guys make resolutions? I make a resolution to not make a resolution. That way I don't have to worry about breaking it. I'm not much on New Year's resolutions. But if you have made your New Year's resolutions, I hope you're doing well with it and you're sticking with it. Good for you. But don't forget about looking at the last chance products, which again, a lot of it is this mini catalog that's going away. So a lot of these things in here, if you didn't get them when it first came out and you're still wanting them, most of them are still available. Some of them are at good sale prices. So check out that list. So again, talking about bringing in the new, this is our new mini catalog. I can't show you the inside of it until January 7th, so in a few more days you'll get to see it. You can also go online and see the digital copy. If I have not given you this mini catalog, the people that are here around me, sorry, they already have this in their hands. So if you're wanting one and you don't have one, let me know. This catalog and this catalog both go live January 7th. This is the Celebration catalog. For every $60 or $120 order that you put in, you get free products. And it doesn't have to be products out of this catalog. It can be out of the new scrapbooking brochure that goes live. It can be off of the last chance products, anything that you buy. So $60, you can pick out some free items in here for every $60 that you purchase, or there's some free items in here for a $120 purchase. So free product in this catalog if you buy any Stampin' Up. It doesn't have to be out of this, but both of these go live January 7th along with our scrapbooking brochure. Again, I can't show you the inside of it, but here's a sneak peek of the outside. I want to say there's at least 5 new scrapbooking kits, maybe 6. But there's some cute stuff in here. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's go back to this card. The Full of Life paper, I'm going to pull it out like I said. This is in our annual catalog. This is stuff that you can get your hands on right now. There are 12 patterns, 4 pieces of each. I'm going to show them to you real quick. There's the front and the back. I love, my mom's going to look at this and go, yep, that's Shauna. Front, back. Front, back. I cannot believe I've had this paper for over 6 months and I haven't used it yet. This screams Shauna. I love bright, bold, fun summer colors. Front, back. I love the watercolor look too. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. Front, back. That would make a cute aquarium themed card. Front, back. Oh, did I show it to you? I kind of laid it down. Front, back. Front, back. Front, back. This is the piece of paper that we're using. This is my favorite piece of paper out of this whole pack. And it's funny because in my head, when I put this card together, this was the side that I was going to use on the front. So I purposely cut out this heart in the center of this paper for a reason. and then did all the measurements around it because that's what my focal point was. Well, when I went to put adhesive on the back of it and flipped it over, I was like, I can't use this side and not use that side. So, you know, as you're creating, plans change, things change. But that's the paper we're going to use. And again, I showed you the stamp set. It is Hooray for Surprises on page 77. The stamps and the dies. I have my measurements. Hopefully they're correct and right. Sometimes when I try to be put together, it messes me up even more. But I really do try. I know sometimes it doesn't look like it. This is a quick and easy card. You guys are going to be amazed at how fast it goes together. I'll show you these dies real quick. When I was telling you that there are dies and they have like a tab that you pull off to reveal a secret message. See this little bump out, I guess is the best way to call it. And there's this die with the heart that has a little notch, a little bump out. That's the tab, and you pull it to reveal your secret message underneath. So these dies are really cool. Really fun to play with. Here's the long piece that you pull and it reveals a message. That fell off my little die sheet. I just have them on these magnetic die pieces, and I just put the stamp in there. Sometimes it's easier, depending on how many dies there are, to put it this way instead of like in my stamp case. Because most of the time they're in my stamp case. Just depends on how many dies are in the package, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side. Have my little cutter out. Have my little basket to the side with all my pieces in it. Now, I don't have them pre-cut, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of gorgeous grape, and this is just a scrap piece of paper. And let's see, this needs to measure 5.5 by 4 1/4. So let me make sure I have 5.5. Yep. And then 4 1/4. This is not going to be our standard card that we normally make that opens up. This has a little bit of a different twist. So there's that piece. It's just a flat piece. It doesn't fold over. We're not scoring it. Then I need a piece of Melon Mambo. And this is going to be 1/4 of an inch shorter. So this is going to measure 5 1/4 instead of 5.5. By 4 instead of 4 1/4. And then we need a piece of white. Now this is our thick basic white, and that's because it is the actual part that's going to fold over. So I wanted it a little bit sturdier than just our basic white paper. So this is the thick basic white, and this measures 5. Again, 1/4 shorter than everything else. So we started at 5.5, then we went to 5 1/4 on the other piece, and now we're doing 5 on this piece. By 7.5. And that's a little bit different of a measurement because, again, this one's going to fold over. We're going to score this one in half, and that's at 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. Again, score, not cut, so I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way and just use my scoring blade. And I'm kind of off the camera. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, bear with me a second. Sorry, I was hoping I was not going to have to do that on camera. I tried to get all of this gunk out of my system. As you can tell, I have a head full. Probably a sinus infection if I had to guess. It's amazing to me how much crap you can accumulate in you. Okay. So we're going to take that score and we're going to fold it over. This is going to be our card. So the way this is going to layer, again, everything is 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it just layers real nice on each other. And then the card opens up like this. Okay, so we're going to take that piece of designer series paper that I said was my favorite. And we're going to take the heart die. Not the one with the tab, it's this one right here that fits over the heart with the circles. And my die cut machine. And again, the way I did this, because my first initial thought was I was going to use this piece on the front. So I just put this heart around the middle because I was going to use this piece right here. However, I'll show you what happened, what transpired, because I still end up using that piece. And I can already tell I need to put my little shim down because that did not cut. There we go. My machine is an older machine and it has been used on the thick embossing folders. And when you do that over and over and over and over, it stretches that plate out. So then sometimes you need a shim depending on your die. Okay, so it leaves us with this piece right here, which is not going to go to waste. So put that to the side. And pull back in your piece of paper. And you know, I did this real, mathematically. I took my basic white piece of paper here. Let me pull this back in. And flipped it over. And then I kind of put this heart. I wanted to make sure it was in the middle. And I can kind of, if you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see a shadow through your paper. So that's what I'm doing. I know you guys can't see that on your end, but I'm just making sure that I'm getting this heart in the middle. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just going to put pencil marks around so that when I take my cutter, pull my cutter back out, I can cut. I'm just going to put, let me make sure that I'm in the camera, my little pencil line in between this little gap. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then I'm going to cut. And I get it right on that line. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that pencil line, I cut right through it. So again, I'm gonna take that, put it in that pencil line in the middle of my track. And that did not cut, there we go. Turn it around, do the same thing. There's my pencil line. I'm gonna stick it right in the middle of this track. And cut right down, and it cuts right on that line. It's so easy to do. I love our Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Now, why can't I see my pencil line on this side? Did I not put a pencil line? Okay, hold on. Let me pull back in my piece of paper so that I can mark it. Okay, well, there's my pencil line. Put it in the middle of that track and then cut. Now don't get rid of these little pieces. Maybe I'm just so thrifty. I use all my paper. Okay, so you're left with this, and again, your heart is in the middle. Doesn't have to be exact, but get it, you know, fairly close. We're gonna pull back in this piece of paper. We're gonna put this paper on here. And again, you could use it either way. So if you prefer that, which I do love, I don't know, I guess I could make one this way, and then you guys could be the deciding factor of what do you like better, this or the other one. I really liked this watercolor look though. Here, let's do it this way. We'll do it this way. We'll go back to my original and you guys can choose. How's that sound? Okay, I'm gonna take my Petunia Pop, open it up. I already have my Sending You Lots of Love sentiment. That's out of the same, whoops, it's a good thing I cleaned that off. Hooray for Surprises stamp set. And I am just going to stand up and make sure that my paper is lined up on top of my white piece. Ink this up. And this is the great thing about these photopolymer stamp sets, is when I go in here to stamp, I can see exactly, oh, and that's a little crooked. Oh well. It's okay. Maybe it's a lot crooked. You know, there are two pieces to every paper. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Let's see if we can make this work. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. 2 tries. I knew as soon as I put that down it was going to be crooked. Okay. Nobody will know. Nobody will be any the wiser because that's going to be on the back piece. Okay, let me try a little extra hard. Again, not perfect. It's a little over to the side, but I think we're straight this time. Hold it down for 5 seconds. And I could, to center that, you can always fix your problem. I could cut a little bit of this white off and a little bit of this extra paper, and this piece would be just a little bit shorter than what it's supposed to be. So we could do that. We could make it look centered like we did it correct. So let me, that's just like 1/8 of an inch. So let me pull out my little trimmer. It's easier on this side when you're doing the small cuts. So let me go 1/8 of an inch. Cut that off. And then I'm going to take my piece of paper, my designer series paper, my pattern paper, and we're going to cut, let's cut it off of this side. the same, just 1/8 of an inch. And now we should be in the center. No oopsies in stamping and scrapbooking. You can always fix it. Okay, so now we can start adhering our layers together. Again, sorry for the sniffling. I really did try to wake up early and get it all out of my system. It's like as the day goes, I get dried up, and then nighttime comes and it gets worse, and back and forth and back and forth. Should I go to the doctor? Should I not? I probably should. I hate going to the doctor. My doctor is sweet, but it just drives me crazy to walk in there and they'll be like, yeah, it just has to run its course. Oh, drives me crazy. Here, let me hand you money to let you tell me that I can't do anything. There's no medicine. It's just an infection. It'll run its course. Okay. And that's going to be the back. That was the oopsie side. So gonna put this down. Put it on there straight. So that's how it looks. And then we can come in here. And like I said, you can do it either way. If you like it like that, you can do it like that. Or you can do it like that. We're going to use this side, and I'm going to let you guys choose. I'm going to find my dimensionals. It pains me to not use that pretty watercolored side. I love that side. I'm going to put some around the side of the heart so that it does not cave in, it doesn't dip down, that it holds its structure. Again, a very quick and easy, but yet beautiful Valentine's Day card. Who doesn't like to get cards in the mail? I love getting cards in the mail. So much better than getting a bill in the mail. Ugh. And we're just going to lay this right on top. Get it lined up. And then push it down. Okay. See, voila, so pretty. And then, I never do this, but I thought, you know what? Instead of this heart going to waste, why don't I use it on the inside? So we can put it here, or we can put, see, I flipped it on this side. I used the watercolor, and then I used, because that's really what started out this card. That was my inspiration, was wanting that heart. So since, I think I'm going to change it up again. Since we used the raise side, I think I'm going to put the watercolor side there. So, what are your plans for today? I am hopefully gonna take all my Christmas stuff down. That's the plan. It's my one free Saturday this month. The other Saturdays, I don't know if you guys know, if you're here locally and you ever want to do a, yes, flip it. Okay, perfect, Mom. I just now saw that. If you guys are ever interested in a class, I do host card making and scrapbooking classes monthly. So for January, let me grab them, hold on. Actually, let's finish up this card and then I'll grab it. Okay, and then you can tell down here, again, I used a little strip of piece of paper. So where I said don't get rid of your paper, I'm going to use, let's see, again, decision time. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Let's pull back in the rays from the front. And this purple and pink, tie in this purple and pink from the back. And I'm just going to do like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. It's not very wide. I'm just going to cut a little strip. I'm going to pull out my little silicone mat. I do it for little pieces like this so that I don't get adhesive all over my piece of paper because it always overhangs. And then you can just fold that adhesive back on itself. And this piece is going to be a little too long, but that's okay because I'll show you. Just come in and clip it. So I'm going to put it right down here at the bottom. And again, I don't normally dress up the inside of my cards, but it is cute when you do it. And then I'm just going to grab my paper snips. Just an easy fix when you're doing a little piece of paper like this. And just cut. There's our card. Okay, which one do you guys like better? Do you like the rays or do you like the watercolor? I love them both. So that just goes to show you you really, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong. Beautiful. Thanks, Mom. Which one do you like best? Do you like the rays or do you like the watercolor? Hi, Teresa. You missed it. You're going to have to go back and watch the replay. Sorry. This was a very quick and easy card this morning. So usually I don't fly through it like that. And there was even a mess up. There's always a mess up. I can never do a live without a mess up. That just goes to show you how easy it is to fix a mess up, though. I guess that's a good thing. The reason why I do live, so that you can see how I fix my mess ups. I kind of like the rays, but I thought I would like the other. See, this was what I was gonna make at the very beginning when I started making my sample card. And then when I was making it, I flipped it over and I put the adhesive and I was like, no, I like that piece better. So then I changed my mind and used this. But I like it both ways. I like them both. Thanks, Teresa. You don't have one that you choose over the other either, huh? Okay, so back to what I was saying real quick. So if you're here local, sorry, Teresa, I know you're not. Just wanted to let you guys know for January. Let me grab. So, where's it at? There it is. I offer a card and a scrapbooking class. So, for January, the card class, sometimes it's 3 cards, sometimes it's a couple of cards and a project. It's this little calendar. And this uses the new free celebration set. Can't remember what the name of it is, and I don't have it here handy. It is called goodness, where's it at? It's probably in one of these bins. Yeah, there it is. Heart-shaped. Who would have guessed? Heart-shaped. So there's the project, and then the cards Here's one of the cards. And this uses that Heart of Elegance or Marbled Elegance paper. I love this paper. Oh, love that paper pack. And then here's the second card. Sorry, trying to put that down to the side. And it uses this beautiful gold weave ribbon. I love this stuff. And the eyelet folder. Now this is out of the annual catalog. But those are the 3 cards or projects. If you want to do the January class, let me know if you're here locally. The card class is on, let me grab my calendar. The 18th. And then the scrapbooking class, it's actually the class that I offered last month, so it's Christmas. But this uses the A Little Bit Festive out of the mini. You can't get it anymore, so the only way to get it is I've got a few if you want to sign up for class. But the scrapbooking class is A Little Bit Festive, and it's this layout. And there's page 2. And page 3. Sorry, I know you can't see them all on the screen. And layout 4. So it's $15 for the card class, $40 for the scrapbooking class. That's basically $5 for each card or $5 for each scrapbook page. I was able to do the scrapbooking class really inexpensively because A Little Bit Festive went on the last chance list, and I picked up several of them for like $8 a piece. You can't beat that. Anyway, so if you're interested, and then a crop that I go to every month at Crossings Church, it is on, it's next Saturday, January 11th. Now, I don't teach at that class. It's a free admission. You just come work on whatever you want. Oh, thanks, Teresa. And so there's, the church lets us use the room for free. So there's no selling of product. There's no class instruction. That is per the church's rules and regulations. And I'm sure it's a liability thing. So I will have my catalogs there. If you want a catalog, you can have one. If you want to look through it, that's fine. You can still place your orders online. I just can't physically take your order at the church. And I can't instruct at the church. So, anywho, again, for the month of January, next Saturday is the crop. It's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The card class is January 18th. It's from 1 to 3. It's $15. And then the scrapbooking class is January 25th. It's from 1 to 5, and it's $40. So if you're here locally, you're interested in any of that, send me a private message, email me, call me, whatever, however you know how to get a hold of me. But so this Saturday, back to what started that, was this Saturday is my only free Saturday. So I'm hoping to get all my Christmas stuff taken down today and tomorrow so that I can be ready to take care of business. Again, just a quick reminder, January 7th. I'm so excited. Are you excited, Teresa? Mini catalog. Woo woo. Scrapbooking brochure. Woo woo. I cannot wait to open these up and let you guys see the inside of these. There are so many pretty things. I did the unboxing. You got to see a little bit of what I have, what we're going to be using over the next few months. But I have not been able to order from this yet. I cannot wait until our scrapbooking brochure is not a brochure on its own. where it's in the annual catalog, which I think is going to start this coming summer, May, to where we can pre-order the scrapbooking stuff just like we can the stamps. Because I could order the stamps and dies a month ago from this. I haven't been able to order any of this. It goes live for us demonstrators the same day it goes live, and you guys can order from it. Which stinks. That's the whole fun part of being a demonstrator, is to get your hands on it early so that I can show it to you and make you guys fall in love with it just as much as I love it. Teresa, exactly. Anyway, January 7th. So, you guys have a fabulous weekend. Teresa, go back and watch the replay so you can see the cards. Sorry, you were coming in right as I was finishing it. That stinks. See, I'm done 14 minutes early. I'm way ahead of schedule. But it was quick and easy. Again, here's the 2 cards. Take your pick. I love them both. But you know what? Now that I've made this, I am kind of liking the rays, which was my vision to begin with. I want the scrapbooking stuff. Me too. Teresa, I am so bad. You know, we had to meet our quarter minimum as a demonstrator by December. That was the end of our quarter. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm in pending because I set aside money to use for the scrapbooking stuff. So I haven't even met my quarterly minimum. So when, you know, what, today, tomorrow, whenever they finalize all the numbers, I'm going to get that nice email saying, hey, you know, you still need to turn in so much order because you're impending. Don't lose your status, or, you know, whatever email that they send. But if they would have let me order from this early, like we can the stamps and the dies, I wouldn't be in that predicament. I'm just saying, Stampin' Up, are you listening? We want to be able to pre-order this stuff. You two rest up and get to feeling better. I will, Mom. Thanks. I think it's a sinus infection. You know, I love my grandkids, but when they share their cooties with me, I'm not too keen on that. It's what I get for wiping kids' noses. I get it. So, anywho, you guys have a fabulous weekend. I hope you guys get everything done that you want to get done. Hope you're doing great on your New Year's resolutions. We talked about that at the very beginning. So, take care. We'll see you next weekend. Bye.